What a thriller tonight as the Giants beat the Dodgers in 14 innings when we thought this game was all but lost. This is Giants Roundup. You can follow on Twitter, Facebook, and of course, best way is to please be kind and hit that subscribe button. What a great win for the Giants tonight. This was pure this was true torture tonight as both bullpens were emptied tonight, and everybody got to play tonight's game. This was just crazy baseball. 14 innings, and even Roberto Gomez gave up a run in the 14th, and the Giants found a way to dig deep to win this game when all was lost. Both bullpens were used, and it started and ended with our hero of the night, Andrew McCutchen. What an excellent outing. McCutchen started off in the first inning with the scoring by doubling to left in the first, and then Panic scored on the double to make it 1-0. Dodgers responded in the third inning with Chris Taylor singling to right to score Chase Utley to tie the game at 1-1. And then in the fourth, Buster Posey hits his first bye-bye baby of the season with McCutchen on base to make the game 3-1. Then in the sixth inning, Corey Seager scores on a pass ball by Posey. Then Forsythe and Puig advanced to second and third. Then in the sixth, to even it up, PK grounded it to short to score Yasiel Puig. And then in the bottom of the sixth, the Giants recapture the lead with a Brandon Belt double to score Hunter Pence. Then in the seventh inning, Chase Utley evens the game again by hitting a solo home run. As unfortunately, the Utley ownage continues. Then we had a whole lot of nothing and nothing until the 13th when the Dodgers got some runners on. And Reyes Maranta, he did have his issues, but he certainly was able to get himself out of a bases loaded jam to get it to the 14th. Then the Giants got on base in the bottom of the 13th. Then some way, somehow, they got out of the jam unscathed. Then the Dodgers got out of it. Then in the 14th, Logan Forsythe singled with Roberto Gomez. Then Puig scored on that. Bellinger to second. And he did okay, limiting the damage to just one earned run. Then the highlight of the ninth comes in the bottom of the 14th as McCutchen hits a bomb to left field to score Panic Tomlinson and make it 7-5, and we are going home. It was an excellent walk-off heroics by the Giants tonight. Great win there. Yeah, it's just some great heroics tonight. And Chris Stratton, he had his issues, but he was okay. 3 runs, 2 earned, and 5 innings pitched. The 4 walks is kind of concerning, though. That's not usually good when you walk 4 batters. So Bochy got the hook after that, and hopefully Stratton has a better outing as he's still trying to get his sea legs together. But Rich Hill wasn't that much better either. He only went 4 innings tonight, 3 earned, 6 strikeouts. Then it was a bullpen game for the most part. You had Pedro Baez giving up an earned run. Osich was okay, one in 1/3 of an inning pitched. Corey Guerin inherited runner. And then Sam Dyson scores the inherited runner in the 7th, and Dyson with his first blown save of the season. And then Kenta Maeda actually made a bullpen appearance tonight He pitched 1 inning, allowed 2 hits. And then Stripling pitched. Tony Watson was good for the Giants tonight. Hunter Strickland was excellent. Pierce Johnson, I certainly think we're going to see Pierce Johnson in for a spot start sometime next week. He was effective pitching 2 innings. And I certainly think he's definitely set himself in line for a spot start as they're going to need that fifth starter. And I think I'd like to see how Pierce Johnson does starting a couple games. He was he was definitely good. He he doesn't have overpowering stuff, but he does get people out, and that's all you ask for. And I think he could certainly fit for a number 5 starter for a couple games until Samardzija comes back. And speaking of Jeff Samardzija, we actually got some good news out of him. He's going to start extended spring training next week. And if all goes well, he should rejoin the rotation maybe by the time the doubleheader it comes around at the end of the month. So that's really good news to get Samardzija back. That's just as good as a trade. And definitely the bats are keeping the Giants in it right now. 4-3, second place. Can't complain about that. And right now, the NL West, everybody's kind of beating up on each other except for the D-backs. So really, the Giants are in second place, and you can't complain about that. Arizona 6-2, Colorado 4-4, and then the Friars 2-7. So yeah, absolutely. Then also we also got some good news out of Will Smith. Will Smith is going to start extended spring training, and if his rehab goes well, he could be back up with the Giants by May, and that would be really good for Bochy to have 3 lefties coming out of the pen. That definitely puts him in a good situation to mix and match in the late innings. Absolutely, getting him back is going to be really good for the Giants. And then Dodger bullpen was okay. Reyes Maranta for the Giants. Yes, he did walk 3, but he struck out 4, and you know what? He did the job when asked to, and I certainly think Maranta still needs some work to do in the minors, but I certainly think he's going to be a reliever with the Giants one day. And then Roberto Gomez, he did give up an earned run, but I do think I totally would not be surprised if tomorrow we see Reyes Maranta sent back to Sacramento, as the Giants may need another bullpen arm with the whole bullpen working today. And then your starter tomorrow is going to be Derek Holland, so that doesn't exactly bode well for the bullpen, as Holland can't take, because that might be asking too much out of Holland to go 6, 7, or 8 innings tomorrow night. So I wouldn't be surprised if Gomez is optioned back down to Sacramento tomorrow, in maybe in favor of Stephen Okert. Maybe bring up Stephen Okert so you have a fresh arm in the bullpen tomorrow night. That's how you might have to work it. But I think Gomez definitely still needs some salting and seasoning down in AAA. He's just does not look ready for the show yet. And then Wilmer Font, I wouldn't be surprised if he's sent back to the minors very soon too. He's not ready for the show either. As they both have options, I think both of them are going to be probably sending somebody down to call up a fresh reliever out of the AAA, and which also could be well, because then you have 3 lefties out of the pen tomorrow if Okert comes up, and maybe Stephen Okert's an upgrade, maybe not. Okert did have his struggles in AAA, and unfortunately, he could be falling out of favor with the eyes of the Giants with what's happening tonight. But we'll see, though. But I think, though, that you might see, at least for this as a stopgap, you might see Stephen Okert back up with the Giants, and hopefully Okert can make a good impression this time around. But the Giants bats, wow. 3 for 7 out of Joe Panic, hitting 393. Helby, really excellent hitting off the bench tonight. Austin Jackson 2 for 6. Have yourself a game, Andrew McCutcheon. He goes from being in the bingo cards to a respectable 258 after tonight's performance. 17 hits, 7 runs, 5 runs, 12 hits for the Dodgers. And Utley was the giant killer tonight, 2 for 6. It's just this year the long ball's really starting to find the Giants. I haven't seen the Giants hit this many long balls in a very long time, so this is really good news there. And tonight was a sell. Today was a sellout game, and the rain held off in the Bay Area to make this game possible. That was good. And tomorrow we have a twilight. Tomorrow will be a matinee game, and your probables for tomorrow's game will be okay. It looks like Kershaw and Block might start tomorrow, so that actually wouldn't be a surprise if we see. It looks like we might have Ty Block in the game tomorrow. Block and Kershaw might end up tomorrow, as especially with Maeda pitching out of the pen today, so that might be what's happening. So it looks like the Giants will not be able to avoid Clayton Kershaw. But the Giants certainly do have the formula on how to beat Kershaw. And the bats have learned how to run up his pitch count. So that's certainly one thing the Giants have in their hands this year. I think they could get Kershaw to 0-3. And Ty Block is definitely looking to bounce back from from a lackluster performance. I could see a situation where Block and Holland maybe I could see a situation where Block and Holland maybe piggyback tomorrow too. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out. But yeah, definitely after his last start, I think Block is looking forward to getting back in there, and Block's looking to get back in there and get a good outing. So we'll see what happens with that. Now it's time to do the MLB Roundup games from across the majors tonight. The Rockies beat the Braves 3-2. Your winning pitcher Adam Ottavino, your losing pitcher Araldis Vizcaino. And Vizcaino has his first blown save of the season, walking 3 batters in the ninth to blow the game, blowing a good quality outing by Anibal Sanchez, who had 6 strikeouts today. So not a bad outing from Sanchez, who's looking to reinvent himself with the Braves. And then also Wade Davis had a blown save. So both teams actually suffering a blown save today in that game. And Trevor Story already with his second home run of the season. And the Mets beat the Nationals 3-2. Your winning pitcher Hansel Robles, your losing pitcher Brandon Kinsler. And Pedro Severino 2 for 3 for the Nationals. And this game certainly had some controversy in this game, as Anthony Rendon was ejected in the third inning for the way he flipped the bat, and Dave Martinez earned his first ejection of the season after that, as that was a very questionable ejection by the umpire today. And that was just not a good day for the umpire. as Marty Foster was just. But yeah, Marty Foster really dropped the ball on it, and Dave Martinez definitely earned his first ejection as a manager today. And that's something maybe the league office should issue a fine or something. But not good officiating today by in that game. And the New York Yankees beat the Baltimore Orioles 8-3. Your winning pitcher Sonny Gray. Your losing pitcher Chris Tillman. Gray 3 earned runs in 6 innings pitched with 4 Ks. Tillman 5 earned runs in 5 1/3 innings pitched. And not a good day for Jimmy Yacobonis. 3 earned runs in 1 inning pitched for Baltimore. And Brett Gardner 2 for 3 in this outing. And the Red Sox clobber the Rays 10-3. Your winning pitcher Rick Porcello. Your losing pitcher Jacob Faria. Xander Bogaerts 2 for 3 with a home run. JD Martinez hits his first dinger as a Red Sox player today. Rafael Devers 2 for 3. Former Giant Eduardo Nunez 2 for 4. And for the Rays, Joey Wendell 2 for 3. And Faria, the starter, only goes 1 2/3 of an inning, allows 8 earned runs, and walks 5 batters, and now has a whopping ERA of 14.29. And then Chaz Rowe 2 earned runs in 1/3 of an inning, as the rout was on today. And the Mariners clobber the Twins 11-4. Your winning pitcher Mike Leake. Your losing pitcher Jose Barrios. And Ichiro, the old Ichiro, came into form in Seattle for one game today, as he was 2 for 3 in this game. 2 for 5 for Kyle Seager with a home run. And Barrios couldn't make it out of the fifth. 4 2/3 innings pitched, 5 earned runs, 7 strikeouts. Then the bullpen wasn't much better. Zach Duke 3 earned runs in 1/3 of an inning pitched. Trevor Hildenberger 2 earned runs in 2/3 of an innings pitched. Mark Repazitsky an earned run in 1/3 of an inning pitched. And the Tigers beat the White Sox 6-1. Your winning pitcher Michael Fulmer, your losing pitcher Lucas Giolito. Wellington Castillo 2 for 3 today for the White Sox, and Giolito 5 earned runs in 5 2/3 innings pitched. And Fulmer pretty good today, 5 1/3, no earned runs. 4 Ks were good. The 3 walks were bad. That was certainly an issue there. And then the Cardinals beat the Diamondbacks as they suffer their second loss of the season 5-3. Your winning pitcher Michael Wacha, your losing pitcher Zach Greinke. Bud Norris records his first save as a Cardinal. Marcell Ozuna 3 for 4 for the Cardinals today. AJ Pollock 2 for 3. And Greinke was not good in his first start back today. 5 earned runs in 5 innings pitched for Arizona. And Wacha did okay. 2 earned runs, 5 walks. That was not great. And the Cubbies beat the Brewers 5-2. Your winning pitcher Pedro Strop. Your losing pitcher Jacob Barnes. Chris Bryant 3 for 3 and just came one leg short of the cycle today. That was certainly interesting there. One leg short of the cycle. And the Royals edged the Indians 1-0. Your winning pitcher Ian Kennedy, your losing pitcher Trevor Bauer. Tough loss for Bauer today. One earned run in 8 innings pitched with 7 strikeouts, but no run support, unfortunately. Kennedy was just a skosh better, eight Ks in 6 innings pitched. That was really good for him. And in a terrible game today for the Phillies. The Phillies beat clobber the Marlins 20-1. And believe it or not, somebody got a save in the game as Dylan Peters. Welcome to the MLB, Dylan Peters today. 9 earned runs in 2 2/3 innings pitched, 3 walks, and a whopping ERA of 9.35. Then it just got worse as Jacob Turner comes in and in 1 inning pitched, 8 earned runs with a ERA of 15.88. Tehran Guerrero, 2 earned runs. And I think it got so ugly that Brian Holiday, yeah, backup catcher Brian Holiday comes in to pitch for the Marlins in the 9th inning as they just allowed a position player to pitch after that. Vince Velasquez, really excellent outing, 1 earned run in 6 innings pitched. And Jake Thompson actually records a save some way, somehow in this route. The Cincinnati Reds will beat the Pittsburgh Pirates 7-4. Your winning pitcher Willie Peralta, Wandy Peralta, excuse me. Your losing pitcher former Giant George Contos. Eugenio Suarez 3 for 4 for the Reds today. And Contos 3 earned runs in 1 inning pitched. And Cool was not good today. Cool's okay today. The bullpen just couldn't hold it for them, and now the Pirates fall to 6-2 in the season. And in a crazy game between the Friars and the Astros today, the Astros win 1-0 in 10 innings on an errant throw out of all things. What a tough way to lose the game. And that winning pitcher ended up being Robbie Erlin out of bad luck. And your winning pitcher ended up being Chris Davinsky. And Garrett Cole has just found new life in Houston. 7 innings of shutout baseball with 11 strikeouts. The Texas Rangers beat the Toronto Blue Jays 5-1. Your winning pitcher Mike Minor, your losing pitcher Marcus Stroman. Jurickson Profar 2 for 3 for the Rangers today. And Minor was excellent. 1 earned run in 6 innings pitched, 7 strikeouts. Stroman no play today. 4 2/3 of an innings pitched, 5 earned runs, and 5 free passes. You don't win too many games, and Stroman's been one of the bigger disappointments thus far this season with an ERA of 8.38. Hopefully he gets back on track later in the season as correction starts to hit. And one game currently in progress right now, the Oakland A's are leading the LA Angels in the bottom of the 8th inning 6-3. Justin Upton 2 for 3 for the Angels. Blake Parker 2 earned runs in 1 1/3 innings pitched. JC Ramirez only goes 2 innings, and I think he left the game with an injury. No injury. It's just he just had a short outing as of right now. Andrew Triggs, pretty good outing, 2 earned runs in 5 2/3 innings pitched, 6 strikeouts. And then in other events around the Bay tonight, around Northern California, excuse me, the Warriors lose to the Pelicans 126-120. And this guarantees that the Warriors will not win 60 games this season for the first time in 3 seasons. As they're looking to keep players healthy keep players ready for the NBA playoffs in 2 weeks. And currently the Wild lead the Sharks 5-2 in the second period. And I'm surprised that Aaron Dell's not in the game yet. But it totally wouldn't be surprised if we see Aaron Dell draw into the game here in the third period. But no, this is not exactly the start Martin Jones wanted here. And in other games, and Quackenheim has beat Arizona 3-0. So if the Sharks lose tonight and Quackenheim wins, then the Sharks would finish as the 3 seed and will play game 1 in Anaheim. And another game to watch in the second period, 4:18 left in the second. The Dallas Stars are leading the LA Kings 4-2. If somehow LA comes back and the Sharks lose in regulation, then the Sharks could find themselves going to Vegas in the first round. And the Kings were down 4-0 earlier, so that is a concern. But a Kings loss will guarantee that the Sharks will play Quackenheim in the first round. And the Sharks players getting and get uh it looks like Brent Burns and Joe Pavelski have gotten goals. As originally I thought it was Dylan Gambrell, but that goal got changed to Brent Burns. But we'll see if we. But at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Aaron Dell in the third period, and we might do some sort of an after dark after Teal. And when the Sharks game concludes tonight, don't forget to catch Teal Town USA After Dark, as tonight they will be doing a live show from SAP Center. So that's something to look forward to. And they might have everybody on tonight since it's the final game of the season. Maybe, maybe not. And if not, I am planning to do some sort of an open bar type show, or also known over there as After Dark. So there will be some sort of After Dark going on tonight, if to at least get some of the other Sharks fans on air and talk about the playoffs and whatnot with that. So please be ready for that. I'll be back on later tonight after Teal Town UFC. Have a good night and keep it real, keep it teal, keep it real teal. Good night, everybody.